tobacco?
Only grass, man. Only grass. Campbell House, built in 1822, is one of the few Georgian-style buildings left in Toronto. It was constructed in a Palladian style popular in the late Georgian era, characterized by classical symmetry inspired by Greek and Roman architecture. The home's layout itself was a testament to the strict social divisions of the time, with a back archway separating the owner's living quarters from the servants' areas, which were confined to smaller spaces and often hidden from view. The interior of Campbell House reflects the wealth and social status of the Campbell family. For instance, the dining room, designed to display affluence, features furniture made of exotic hardwoods imported from Britain. High ceilings in the formal areas contrast sharply with the low ceilings in the servants' quarters in the basement, emphasizing the stark differences between the lives of the family and those who served them.
It's 1972, and Toronto's historic Campbell House, built in 1822, is in danger of demolition. One of the oldest brick buildings in the city. It was saved at the last minute by the Advocates Society. They've planned a grand relocation, moving the house across town to Queen Street on streetcar tracks. A move that stopped traffic and gathered crowds. Today, we're witnessing a public debate between Emma, a lawyer with the Advocates Society, and Miri, a Toronto citizen and a local hippie who sees things a little differently.
Campbell House is a vital part of Toronto's history, built for Chief Justice Sir William Campbell in one of the last Georgian-style homes left in the city. Moving downtown in full view of the public shows just how important it is to preserve our past. This building's survival amidst the demolition wave is a tribute to our heritage and a testament to our commitment to Toronto's roots.
Look, I dig history, but this is just a parade. I mean, bringing this house from downtown and saving it, dragging the house downtown doesn't save it. It just turns it into a showpiece. All this effort and fanfare to save a judge's mansion while the city's tearing down everything else, it's like the city's putting on a show to feel good about destroying real pieces of Toronto. Campbell House was built for the wealthy, the powerful, not for the people, so why save it?
I hear you, but the spectacle is part of the point. By moving it through the city, we're bringing the community together around a piece of shared history. It's not just a fancy house, it's a window into early Toronto, letting people see life as it was 150 years ago. Preserving Campbell House, even if it means relocating it, gives Toronto a tangible piece of its past. And this house isn't just any home, it was a political hub. Sir William Campbell himself fought for press freedom in the Types trial here. So saving it means keeping alive a piece of our political heritage too.
But moving it strips it of any real meaning. This is all just theater to make people feel good about themselves. The city shuts down streets, removes telephone wires, and everyone claps while it rolls along. But who's gonna care about the history that's lost underneath? You're saving the outside, but you're leaving out the real story. The servants who worked here, the people who aren't remembered. What does this parade actually preserve?
I understand. Losing the servants' quarters is unfortunate. But doesn't that make it all the more important to preserve what we can? Moving the house to Queen Street gives it new life as a museum where people can reflect on the layers of colonial history. Maybe it opens up the conversation to include those overlooked stories too. This isn't a perfect preservation, but it's a start.
If it's just the walls and none of the hidden stories, then it's not preserving anything real. It's a monument to the elite, to the colonial past. All this pomp for a house that doesn't represent anyone but the powerful. How's that for Toronto's identity? Saving it doesn't honor the city's roots. It's just holding up a mask while the real history fades away. I get it. You want to preserve something old. But history doesn't live in bricks and plaster. It lives in the hearts and lives of the real people. Preserving Campbell House doesn't make it real. It just keeps the colonial story alive while forgetting everyone else. Let's focus on preserving history that represents all of us, not just the wealthy elite and the establishment.
Saving Campbell House is about connecting future generations to our past. Yes, it's colonial history, but it's still a part of our roots. Without structures like this, we're left with fading memories. Preserving it lets us see the complexities of our city's story. I believe it's worth the effort.
You know, you and I are not that different, man. Peace and love. Bring it in.
The debate around Campbell House raises a question for Toronto. Does preserving a building honor history or simply berate a facade to justify modern destruction? Only time will tell if this move is genuine preservation or just a performance of it.
If it doesn't grow, I don't go, you know?